Alcohol problem. Hey, Bill, I love the podcast. Anyways, I am 25-year-old male, and I'm starting to come to terms with the fact I have an alcohol problem. I drink 6 days a week and black out at least once a week. All right, well, the only saving grace you have is you're 25, so you might just be a little immature. I don't know if you're an actual alcoholic, but let me read the rest of this. It says, I drink 6 days a week, blank out at least once. The nights I get really drunk, I really regret doing it and regret my actions. Nothing serious, just phone or text conversations I have with people. I've considered going to AA, but never have gone through with it. I finally quit smoking 2 months ago, and am worried if I try to quit drinking now, I will start going crazy. I know you have always mentioned you are stupid, but I honestly agree with most of the advice you give out. Oh, thank you. He said, my question is, do you think I should try and quit cold turkey, or are there any other options I can take? One of my concerns with quitting completely is that most of my friends drink and go out on weekends. And I don't want to risk losing all of my social life and seeing me friends. You got all Irish there. And seeing me friends. Appreciate the advice. All right, dude. All I can do is just tell you what has worked for me when I'm not drinking. And the first 2-3 days are brutal. Because all you've gone is 2-3 days, and there's definitely that feeling of, well, if I drink now, I can start over again and just trying to make up 3 days. But if you can get through the first 2-3 days, once you get to the fourth day, it's like, all right, I got a nice little streak going here. Like I'm up to 6 days right now. And one of the hardest things to do is when you go out socially with people. But I found that all I have to do, because I don't know how, dude, if you're a full-on alcoholic and you have the disease, it might be harder for you. And you really should probably, I would say, talk to a recovered alcoholic. But if you're like me, all it takes is going out to the bar that first time when everybody's drinking and you just order I try to stay away from soda and club soda because then, that shit's not good for you either. And I usually just order the cranberry juice and deal with the departed. Well, what are you on your period? Jokes that everybody does. I usually just go, I don't even do cranberry and soda. I just do cranberry juice straight up with a lime. And I just sort of nurse that. And then I just kind of drink waters, and you're actually you just got to do that one night, and then you've kind of set up a new social experience that you're comfortable with, and you can still go out. And I got to tell you, you get a distinct advantage when you're sober and everybody else is basically up because they're kind of. First of all, it's really entertaining to watch people just sort of roofie themselves. And you get through watching their behavior, you get to see all the dumb things that you've done. So you get to, without judging your friends, you just sort of get to be like, wow, I was doing that. And especially with alcohol, I always say judgment's the first thing to go. And I don't know, I think you also have a better chance of meeting a really nice woman if you're the sober one, because you're going to come off as responsible. And also, if your friends are also hitting on her and they're all sloppy drunk, you're going to look even better yourself. So I would, if you're not feeling AA, which I understand, if you just try, what it is, I don't know. I have to replace the activity. Like this week, I decided, that I was going to stop drinking. So then what I did was I dove into playing drums. And I'm doing that Mike Johnston 10 Days to Faster Hands workout. So I just sort of replace, like at night. I just sort of like, okay, I'll go downstairs and I'll do the practice pad thing. And, I started working out. You know what it is, dude? You got to replace the time that you're drinking and doing dumb shit with shit that's also fun, but you're sober doing it. Because for me, it's like if I just don't drink and I'm just sitting around doing nothing, that's going to make me want to drink, because it's just like, well, I usually go out and drink and have fun right now. But if I'm actually doing something else, like I went out and I saw a movie last night, you fill up the time. Dude, learn how to cook. There's all kinds of, you learn a second language. There's all kinds of things, dude, that, like, basically you're in your 20s right now, and, you're trying to appeal to the opposite here. So, if you can add some shit to your game, you're going to move up in the draft. You're going to get a better woman here. If you're bilingual, what woman doesn't like that? If you're sober and responsible, she's going to like that. Who knows? You learn to play a couple of songs on a flamenco guitar, you take her out on a rowboat, you're in there. Bunch of great, nothing bad comes from becoming sober, other than you are bored shitless, but your head gets smaller because you drop all that booze weight. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. You definitely won't regret it. But like I said, if you got the disease and that thing, you're going to need more professional help, and I would actually seek out a fellow alcoholic. And then I would use AA and all of that shit. I don't know. I'm just a control freak, and I don't like people telling me what to do. So I would have to use it in a way that worked for me. I'm not going to be standing down there smoking cigarettes, eating donuts, talking to those people with their yellow fingers and shit. Like, I couldn't do it that way. I got buddies of mine, they go, every once in a while, they'll go to a meeting, like the way I go to church every once a year, they'll do it. But whatever works for you. But nothing bad ever comes from cleaning up your act. So I hope that helps you. All right? Okay.